today's cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
We're preparing for weather events.
Got a ring pop.
He does. I made the mistake of buying him a ring pop,
To help with the
which is a pacifier-shaped lollipop.
You know what a ring pop is?
We don't know. We don't know what ages, and we've got people in different countries.
It
and
looks like this
like
candy jewel on top of this ring thing, and when people stick it in their face, it does look like a pacifier.
It's an adult pacifier. It's exactly what it is. That kid, as far as to try to prevent him from vaping and doing all those things. And so it was a matter that he decided to start this right before we started to record. And I'm like, do not. Please do not.
And it's like, here we are, literally not recording yet, and she's like, you're not gonna. You have no self-control. You don't got enough self-control
to not
do that.
Right.
Yeah, to not do that through the podcast. I do. I'll prove you wrong. I'll prove you wrong.
Oh, good. Do that. Do that. You know, I think it would be great for you to prove me wrong with some of this stuff. You know, it's not that I always want to be right. It's just a matter of that I've had years of observation. So we'll find out about that. Something else I am observing, which can sort of go in with the Miami alien sighting. We've got some digital necromancy going on in our world.
What is that? Like, I know what necromancy is. How are they doing it digitally? I know holograms.
It's summoning the dead. And yeah, I've got two stories today, and both of them from Daily Mail. One of them is by Graeme. I don't know. Graeme. Is that Graeme?
I could not tell you. Maybe.
Culliford and Connie Rusk, and that was January the 11th of 2024. And their story entails that George Michael returned to the stage as a hologram his state has revealed. And the late pop star will resume, quote-unquote, live public performances as early as next year, according to documents filed at Company's house. George passed away December the 25th in 2016.
I think not. That's not. Is that sort of like what that's possibly what ABBA's doing?
Only ABBA, those folks
ABBA's
are still alive.
Yeah.
And it said that ABBA Voyage has pumped 322 million pounds into the British economy, with more than 1 million tickets bought at up to 181 pounds and 50, whatever y'all do. If y'all do cents, I don't know if y'all do cents. Each. $181 or pounds, whatever, to watch a hologram.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
remember when I was telling you about the Miku concerts, the Vocaloid concerts? That was all the way back into like 2013.
Yeah.
I think it was even before that, maybe.
How much the technology has advanced since then.
Yeah.
So it's got to be pretty damn good if people are willing to pay that much. And even in the comments of the article, there were quite a few people that they're like, oh, I would love to go see so-and-so in, hologram. They weren't wanting to pay a large sum to go see. So,
I mean,
and that's,
you can tell it's a hologram though. I've seen videos of it, of the ABBA concert. You can tell.
Yes, but that's totally different than seeing it live, because again, that's like with the paranormal stuff. The technology that we have cannot mimic the human eye. It can't.
No, that is true.
That's just like several nights back when we saw the moon. and it was incredible. But as far as trying to video it, it didn't look the same because it just could not capture the atmospheric conditions and all that stuff. Don't know why, but that is how that happens. And yes, there is the possibility that Bigfoot really is blurry. I agree. There's people that's like,
yeah, you see him now, you don't. He's a blur.
Like, no, he really is blurry. That's the problem. It's like a coffee slurping coming.
On camera, he's blurry. But he's not blurry in real life to a human eye.
No.
That's because it is seeing something in person is completely different than seeing it on camera.
Right. That doesn't mean that people are not seeing what they're seeing.
Yeah.
Just because a device that we have at this current point cannot capture it.
I mean, the fucking the sphere in Las Vegas has holograms inside of it. Like the main area, it has androids that you can ask questions to. Full on androids.
That's crazy. And in the other article that came...
Androids and holograms.
The other article that came out today was sort of similar, and it also Daily Mail, and this is by James Callery, and that was January 11th, of course. And George Carlin's daughter has blasted an hour-long AI-generated comedy special starring her father 15 years after he died.
What? What? And what? TikTok star? What?
What?
What'd you say this was on?
I'm confused why you're confused.
Because I misheard. Okay. That's why.
Okay, what it is, it's an hour-long AI-generated comedy special. That is her father.
So it's a full-on thing.
It's digital necromancy is exactly what it is. And
yeah.
That his daughter Kelly criticized the special and, on X, formerly Twitter, whatever it is. And she wrote, quote, "My dad spent a lifetime perfecting his craft from his very human life, brain, and imagination. No machine will ever replace his genius. These AI-generated products are clever attempts at trying to recreate a mind that will never exist again. Let's let the artist's work speak for itself. Humans are so afraid of the void that we can't let what has fallen into it stay there. Here's an idea. How about we give some actual living human comedians a listen to? But if you want to listen to the genuine George Carlin, he has 14 specials that you can find anywhere," end quote. And I thought that was a very, that was a really good statement.
It was.
And I think she was sort
tactful.
Yeah, I mean, that's bound to be sort of traumatic to her. Because this man was a brilliant comedian at times. Very acidic.
See, I'm not familiar with him.
He had some very... Yeah. Carlin, you had to be in a mood to listen to.
Was he kind of an ass?
He was... Yeah, sort of, kind of.
Like voodoo?
Yeah, like cats going through. That's why we usually get them out before we record. His observational humor, but as he got older, he became very cynical.
I was going to ask if he's this very cynical dude, ponytail.
Yeah, in his earlier years, yes.
Yep, I've watched.
And like I said,
then.
he just the 7 dirty words was the main thing about the when certain words were not allowed to be spoken through any kind of broadcast. We break a lot of those former, taboos.
We do. And
but
that's
not
okay.
Horribly.
We can get away with it. We are under the radar right now.
We are under the radar, and that's all right. And I was talking about that, and have no problem with that. And the fact that we owe nothing to anyone.
No.
So that does not limit our speech. But, you know, and there's a time and a place for all things. So it's a matter of having some discretion. If you are around, for me, if I'm around older people, and especially in this area, I try to refrain some of the, you know, things that I'm saying, because it's not my intention to purposefully offend somebody that I don't know.
Right.
If I know them and feel the need to offend them, I have no problem with that. But it's a matter of whether it's warranted or not. That or small children.
Or, well, there's a difference between the way that you talk with your friends.
Right.
Versus peers, almost.
Yes. Yes. It is a time and a place for all things on that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also a matter of understanding that to some of these, you know, the older people, that these words were totally taboo. It does offend them. It does bother them. It makes them feel very uncomfortable.
Right.
So that's a really hard thing. And to, like I said, to not, just out of respect for them. It used to be that I was taught to respect my elders.
Mm-hmm. If they're respectable.
We don't know. You don't have to know them. You don't have to know them.
No,
just
but
the fact that it's an older individual, and just to honor the fact that they did something right to live on the planet longer than we have. You know?
I mean, if they're an asshole, I'm going to be looking at them the same way I'm going to be looking at any person that's an asshole.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't, and again, you pray for those people because you don't know what their situation is in that moment.
Mm-mm.
In small children, because the world today, I do not want to be responsible for a small child dropping an F-bomb.
No. But there has to be like that basic level of just respect for people, and people lack that now.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Jan Alpha.
But no, that's, you know, and some of this stuff is karma. It really, really is.
Is it karma onto the parents of those Gen Alpha?
It's karma on everybody that contacts these individuals. More coffee slurping. I'm behind my coffee. I am low on coffee today. I had to go out and about in the public. First time in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, but I mean, it was all right. We did. We had time.
But like I said, I got low on coffee.
We stopped at that one coffee shop, and then that was it. You didn't even get coffee on the way back, and I'm like, what? You good?
No, I had a monster at that point. But with this digital necromancy, I think it's odd. I think it's really odd. The technology must be pretty damn good if these people are willing to shell out the monies to go and see these things.
I mean, people will shell out the money anyway, just out of mere curiosity.
Well,
that's
I can
why
see that.
That's why that one dude went to the Sphere and the U2 concert. He doesn't even like U2.
And it's like, I can see that, but also word gets around, especially in today's world, in like half a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So if it was bad, if it was not a good experience, people would have known that, and they would have known. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to go. Not going to waste my monies. So
I kind of view it as a waste of money if you're not seeing the person in person. If you're not actually, you're basically listening to a CD recording with a huge group of people. No, I want to hear the actual instruments, the vocals, all of that. And if it's not available anymore, that's it. It's an end of an era for that.
Right. And that's the reason I'm so grateful that we got to go see Alice Cooper.
Yeah. I mean, that was incredible.
It was.
It was an awesome experience.
It was just, and there is no hologram or whatever that could ever replace that.
No, because that's
he has
full theater.
amazing stage presence. That's what it is. It is all, it's dinner and a show.
Mm-hmm.
He's an amazing showman. And just fun. And those are how memories are made. Now, I wonder if these people, if it's going to have to sit there and see a hologram concert of these people, if it's going to, I guess you would have to be able to do both to have seen them live and seen the hologram to see if it has, I can't see it having the same value.
I don't see it as value.
And I'm like you.
I see it having value. I view that as a cheapened version.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like the K-Tail version of whatever.
Yeah.
Or what is it, Kid Bop? Oh, God. I hated those.
Nah, in the doll world.
Hated those.
In the doll world, and this is a bad example, this is a case of Lucy versus Barbie, and I was telling you about that.
Yeah, nobody's going to know that reference. You talk about me having obscure references.
No, this is just a different side of the internet.
So,
you get better quality with one doll versus the other.
And it may be just that it is a novelty thing, but that the technology has gotten that good. And so could the Miami alien thing have been some other test run of this hologram technology?
It's very possible.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to live in a dystopian future.
I don't either, but we're here, and it's a matter of doing the best we can. And it was like hundreds of cops. Didn't that one report say that there was like 600? I mean, it was a ridiculous amount of cops.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
Not enough for a couple kids shooting fireworks. Yeah. That does not equal that amount of cops to me.
I don't think so. And there's people that they are continuing to question it, even with the distraction techniques. And
there are people that say that they saw it with their own eyes.
Yeah. And it was like Robert Phoenix was talking about earlier. I was listening to him that we are entering into a time where you truly, as far as discernment, that we may not know what is real and what is not. Now that's sort of mind-blowing that you've got somebody, a respected... I respect him as an individual. He has done some incredible things in his life other than the astrology.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just a generally cool human being. I don't agree with everything. I think it would be weird if you do agree with every single thing that somebody says. That's weird.
It is. It's
you've got a problem if some kind of hero worshiper or something on that.
Pick me.
Yes, and that was what Kid was explaining to me, and it has nothing to do with Robert Phoenix other than him saying this, but there was another individual that's not going to be named that I tried to listen to again after weeks, months, and I just couldn't. And it's like there was something, and this is just me, and being the weird that I am, so disharmonious in listening to that individual. And sometimes when you listen to somebody all the time, you become immune to it. And then to think back and you're going, damn, I listened to all this other shit, not sure why, because I thought it had value, and then realized that it did not.
Mm-hmm.
And when you've got somebody saying, you need to check your ego, if you can't accept what I'm telling you, the message I'm telling you, then you need to check your ego. And I'm thinking, that is you talk about a huge red flag.
Yeah. And I don't know if I have mentioned this to you before, but I think a while back, it's like, with some of his stuff that he was speaking, like with his tarot, he was like, it's like, this stuff's for him.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't listening to the message that was coming through him.
Well, that's usually what happens. It's the people don't get it.
Well, see, anytime God would always, it was like that little bing. Pay attention to the words coming out of your face. And it's like, okay. Just sit there and go, oh, this means me too. You know? But kid, new phrase. I was trying to explain about this individual, and I'm like, I don't get it. I don't. And he's like, it's a pick me. Pickme. And for me, I'm thinking a small child wanting to be on a team in the back going, ooh, me, pick me.
Yeah, pretty much.
But no, it wasn't. You want to explain what?
No, you do it. I don't know if I'm able to explain it properly.
It was a TikToker that had, and it was really, and I don't mean to shit on TikTok all the time because there are things of value. Again, you just have to be discerning. That was explaining from the Urban Dictionary what a pick me was. And it's somebody that's attention seeking. We called them posers back in the day. That it's somebody that pretended to be something that they weren't. And the example that she said was like if somebody's sitting there going, oh, what are you reading? That's going, I'm reading the encyclopedia.
Yeah, the encyclopedia or something.
You must be really smart. And it's some other kind of example, and it's like it was just all for show. Like I said, back in the day, in my era, that's a fucking poser.
Yeah, that's not what we call posers now.
And one of those, it's just a pretender. It's a fake.
Yeah, a phony.
And we've got so many of those in the world today. That's what bothers me about the social media. That these people, it's not their real lives. It's not really them. And they're deceiving so many people.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people do. But that's what... You just got to wade through that shit and then get to the actual people of TikTok who are literally just making TikToks on the fly, and that's their life.
But this is another form of digital sorcery. It is.
Bringing
all of
projecting the people or what?
Well, the necromancy is bringing the people back from the dead. It's summoning the dead. But as far as you can't tell me that social media has not put one hell of a spell on people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Brain rot, addiction.
There's all kinds of stuff.
You can get addicted to the internet. You can very much be addicted to your phone.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah, I'm so addicted to mine that it took me out in the wall of Mart for like 30 minutes before I'm like, damn, I don't have my phone. And the only reason that I missed it was because I needed to know what time it was.
Yeah, that's just ADHD too.
Well, no, I mean, I just don't. No. I usually, even the computer, my laptop, what do I sit and do most of the day? I listen to stuff, yes, but I read.
Well, I keep my phone on me pretty consistently because it's like a mobile computer.
Right.
So I can look up stuff on the fly for people. I can make calls if I need to. When I usually have it on me in the stores in case I need to call y'all.
Yes. Now that is handy.
Yeah, but other than that, unless I'm standing in front of the bathroom waiting for y'all, I ain't pulling my phone out.
But
I did today. I did today though.
What?
I was in the doll aisle in front of the Barbies and I saw a specific Barbie styling head. She looked like a twacked out Pee Wee Herman in the face.
The quality of most things has just gone down so horribly.
I don't know who put her eyes so close. You got this big ass head, little bitty scrunched in face.
We've got a cat that's like that.
It's literally,
we call him Smile Face.
It's the house cat.
Yeah,
our house cat.
We call him House. It's short for house cat.
And so
He has a small face.
I just lifted my phone up and I was like, blink.
Well, I can understand that. But like I said, it's a matter of breaking through the spell. And it's like, if these people, you know, as far as an addiction, that was like our 11 days without the internet.
iPad kids. They're a prime example of that addiction.
Our 11 days without the internet, it was other than, you know, and we figured out
11 days.
Uploading the videos and checking on them and stuff like that, and we let you all know what was going on. But other than that, we were fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we have DVDs, we have CDs. I actually had, I'm on observation duty, and music downloaded into the actual computer.
We have physical game consoles. Yeah. We are creative, so we make shit.
Yeah. It was actually very freeing.
Yeah. It reminded me
of when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it felt, the energy just felt better.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, all kinds of digital witchcraft. Mm-hmm. It's exactly what it is. Mm-hmm. Final thoughts on the necromancy and all this bunch of stuff.
I can very much see how it is necromancy.
Yeah.
Digital necromancy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's right. I think it's exploiting those people.
Yeah.
Past their grave. It's not... It's one thing if it's Vocaloids. Like, for real. They never existed in the first place.
Right.
They're obviously fictional. Why would you want real people?
I don't know.
When that can never replace their soul.
Exactly.
Their spirit, their energy.
Is it
their just presence on that stage?
Is it trying to get people to accept walk-ins, the ones that are soulless?
Yep.
We don't know.
I think so.
We don't know. Because I'll tell you something, if you've ever been around somebody
Hold up. Those walk-ins are already on the world.
Oh, yeah. If you've never been around, if y'all out there have never been around somebody that you're like, this is so off, that it literally, that you could look in their eyes and there is nothing there.
Yeah.
It's horrifying. It is truly terrifying.
It's like, holy shit, you're not human.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, is that final thoughts on it?
Yeah.
If you've had experiences with paranormal and supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, you can send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. That'll be in the description box, as will the links to the articles that I took the little snippets from.
Mm-hmm. And if you like this video, don't forget, what the fuck? Don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all, and have a good...
Know that you're loved.
Yeah.
That is a very human trait. Specific to humans. Mm-hmm. Never take that for granted. Never take it for granted to show somebody that you appreciate them.
Humans and
to
cats.
Remind them that they're loved.
Humans and animals, they show love.
Yeah.
The animals don't show the same love that we do, though.
Go out and show somebody love. You don't have to tell them. Mm-hmm. Just kindness, compassion, empathy. A smile. Just a smile. Now you got to have discernment on that too. Don't be smiling at no crackheads. They'll come follow you home. No, don't do that. We've had them show up on our doorstep, but it's like, no, it ain't fun. So.
There's a crackhead. Crackhead will take your. If a crackhead, being like,
don't
you got a phone? You got a phone?
People.
You got a phone? No, even if you're walking out somewhere.
Yeah.
If a crackhead comes up to you, be like, do you got a phone? I need to make a call.
No.
They will drain that battery so quick.
Yeah. Well, it's because they've got an evil spirit on them. For real. That's one of the ways that you know that. I mean, we pity them, and we've worked with them lots. So don't think that, because we live in the mountains, and it's part of the mountains in our culture right now. Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cut.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.